People like to talk because they don't know what to say. Running from the truth because the truth too much to take. I keep raising glasses cause I only got today. I just keep moving, I just keep moving. You can help me, I'll find another. You can love me, you'll be my lover. Help me, it rain or thunder. Baby, I keep on, I just keep on dancing. I just keep on dancing. I just keep on dancing. Can you see my headlights? You can call my shotgun with me. Whatever you like, ever you like. Every time I look at the stars, no, they ain't got answers for me. But I'll be alright, I'll be alright. You can help me, I'll find another. You can love me, you'll be my lover. Help me, it rain or thunder. Baby, I just keep on dancing. 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 Love me, I'll find another. You can love me, you'll be my lover.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. If we could have a seat, we'd love to begin our presentation.
I just keep on dancing. I just keep on dancing. I just keep on dancing. I just keep on I think it's so cute, and I think it's so sweet. How you let your friends encourage you to try and talk to me. But let me stop you there, before you speak. I to the no, no, no. My name is no, my sign is no, my number is no. You need to let it go, you need to let it go, need to let it go. I to the no, no, no. My name is no, my sign is no, my number is no. You need to let it go, you need to let it go, need to let it go.
Good morning, Fayetteville. Would you please stand for the FHS Alma Mater? Presented by Encore Choir, Director Miss Donnell Fincher.
What a special day it is to have both Woodland Junior High and Ramey High School, Junior High School on our campus. This is the beginning for you. This is the beginning of the preparation for your high school career. As you watch the video, and you heard those that sung this morning, you realize that I have the opportunity as principal of Fayetteville High School to work with the most wonderful students and the most wonderful faculty that you could find anywhere in this state. We don't do easy at Fayetteville High School, and this is something that you'll want to learn early on. And during the course of today and the next few weeks, as you go about choosing your courses that you're going to be taking, there are more options now to take courses than there have ever been before. So we ask you to be sure to choose wisely and to make good choices, but don't overdo what you have to do. Be sure that there is a balance in terms of what you would like to do and those courses that you have to take. All the students that you saw this morning when you arrived at Fayetteville High School have all had to make the same choices, but did not have nearly as many as you're going to have in the future. When you entered this morning, of course, you saw the band, the choir, dance, cheer, all part of what is a very special organization. Again, your teachers have prepared you well, and our job is to take what they have done thus far and to move you to the next level. Indeed, this is a special day. I'm honored to serve as principal of Fayetteville High School, and when you enter in the fall, there will be somebody new that will stand before you. The selection process is now underway, and I know that their days that they are here with you will just be as enjoyable as the ones that I have had working with your faculty and with the students who are now graduating on May 17th. In 4 short years, you'll be at Bud Walton Arena, 7 o'clock on a Thursday night, and that's something that you and your parents will be looking forward to. Again, thank you for being with us today. Pay close attention, as there are a lot of information. Go Bulldogs.
On the screen, you're going to see the administration at Fayetteville High School. These are our deans of students. You will meet them when you come here. We have Byron Ziegler, Mark White, and Andrew Glade. We also have the rest of the team, our administration staff. We have Assistant Principal Bobby Smith, Assistant Principal David Young, Assistant Principal John Geen, and Michelle Miller. We also have Assistant Principal of the SPED Department, Ms. Kim Cook, and the Director of Student Progress, Ms. Deanna Easton. Our amazing counselors at Fayetteville High School is Mr. Joey Newman, Ms. Leslie Ziegler of College and Career. We have Ms. Stacy Patrick, Ms. Jody Wood, Ms. Dawn Norman, Ms. Cindy Alley, and Mr. Kurt Champion. Next up, we have Mr. Dr. Mark Osterly. He is our Executive Director of Secondary Education. Let's give him a round of applause.
Good morning, Bulldogs! Guys, I just want to take a little bit of time. I am honored and privileged to serve as your Executive Director for Secondary Ed and being able to work with each of you and your teachers and your staff as we get ready. There has been a lot of preparation going in today. This actually started back in September. I think was the first meeting that we started talking about Bulldog Bash, bringing you all over and the things that are going to get ready that you guys are going to go through here as we get into the CAP process this year. I am so excited about the opportunity, and this is one of those really critical moments if you haven't figured it out. It's not just about coming in and hearing the band and the pep rally. This is the start of your story. I'm going to talk just really quickly about what your story is. And there are 3 ways you can end your story at Fayetteville High. You've kind of got 4 chapters: freshman year, sophomore year, junior year, senior year. And there's a way that that story ends. Now, as with any good story, you can end a story with a period. Put a period at the end. I came to Fayetteville High. I did some things. I did okay. I graduated. Job well done. Walk across stage, get your diploma. It's one way to end it. Another way to end your story while you're here at Fayetteville High, which is what I hope none of you do, is end it with a question mark. Well, I came to Fayetteville High. I kind of did some things. I hope I did okay. I hope I have a future after I leave. That choice is up to you. Don't make that choice. Don't end your story leaving here in 4 years thinking, what did my 4 years really matter? You're going to meet with some of these folks over here as they take you on tours around the campus, both sides here. They've made a choice. And they've ended their career, which is how I want to challenge you. End your career, end your story at Fayetteville High School with an exclamation point. You came, you got involved. You gave 100% every day that you were here. Are there challenges? Absolutely. Some of you may get your first B for the first time. Some of you may fail, and it is okay. But keep challenging yourself, keep moving forward, and end your story in 4 years with an exclamation point and go, those were the best 4 years of my life. I made a difference, and the things that I did while I was at Fayetteville High are not only going to impact my future, but they're going to leave a legacy for future Bulldogs. I want to see you in 4 years, lining these sides here, giving future Rainey and Woodland students tours around Fayetteville High School, telling them what a great experience you had while you were here. And that choice begins today as you guys start talking about cap selection of the courses. So I get the privilege of talking to you about the options and some of the options that you have available. This is really cool. It's not just about showing up to school and taking classes. We have lots of options here. So you've got your traditional pathway, right? You come, you take classes in a traditional sense. You go period 1, period 2, period 3. They're taught by teachers here on campus. We've got AP options. We've got all kinds of great things. They're just your great classes with some of the best teachers in the nation right here at Fayetteville High. Now, you may take up to 3 non-traditional courses, and that's really cool. Now, when we talk about non-traditional courses, we're going to talk about that, but there are options for you to personalize your journey and your story while you're here at Fayetteville High School. And it's important that you know what those are, because it doesn't have to look the same for you and the person sitting next to you and your best friend, or what your mom or dad, if they graduated from Fayetteville High School, maybe went through 20 years ago. So one of the things, the first option is you have the option for the first time to take virtual courses. Now what that means is you would take your 4 traditional courses, and you've got options. Some are taught by Fayetteville High School staff, some are taught by adjunct staff, some may be here on campus, some may be options where you're at home. Those virtual courses are opportunities to take elective options. Your core courses are still taken here, but those elective options that may be a virtual pathway is something that's available. It's all run through our Fayetteville virtual program, which you'll hear more about today, and you'll have opportunities at Cap Night, if you're coming back tonight, which we hope you are, with your parents, to hear about what those digital and virtual options look like. Why? It allows you flexibility to choose courses that best meet your interests and your needs. And that's super important. Don't just sign up for a class going, well, that's what my friend's taking. Sign up for a class that's going to matter to you and impact the things that you need to do. Make that choice. It's going to end your career with that exclamation point. Other option, concurrent NWAP courses. Did you know that your grade level, by the time we are done, will be able to earn an associate's degree while you're at Fayetteville High School? Which associate's degree is basically your first 2 years of college you can earn while you're here at Fayetteville High School. There are options to start taking college classes that count twice. They count as a high school class, so you get credit for high school, and then they count as a college class, and you get credit for college while you're here. It's a pretty cool option. By the way, it's at about 66% less than you pay if you were going to the University of Arkansas. So it is a huge discount, it's a huge savings, a great opportunity for you guys to kind of advance your career and do some of that. So there's some requirements. You saw them up there on the board. You've got GPA minimums. You have to have some test scores to be ready. Some people may choose to start with 1 class your freshman year. That's okay. There's semester-long courses. Moving into your sophomore year, there'll be more classes and opportunities. For the first time ever, we have 9 live concurrent credit classes here on campus and 16 digital options that you'd be able to take. So tons of opportunities to be working toward that college and that opportunity while you're here. There's also some really cool CTE courses on that traditional thing. We added 18 career and technical. So for the first time ever, medical professions is a pathway that's here at Fayetteville High School. So you've got medical. So if you're interested in any of the medical sciences, being a nurse, a doctor, a CNT, working on an ambulance as an emergency medical responder, all of those opportunities are going to be available to you to take classes right here. Business, marketing, engineering, computer science, that's a big one. Computer science, taking past the AP computer science test, $1,000 from the state, guys. They're actually paying you to pass a test from the state. No joke. Look at the computer science. It's a huge opportunity. All right, other option, NTI Technical Certification Program. Automotive, I mean, you just read the list. There is a ton of things to get involved with through Northwest Technical Institute. Here's the deal. These are great careers that can leave you leaving high school with an industry certification that's going to allow you to step right into a job with 0 debt, making good money. And when I say good money, $30,000, $35,000, $40,000 a year, leaving high school into a good, well-paying job. So don't think that it always has to be that just, I've got to go to college right out of high school. No, you've got great opportunities career-wise to go and start your career and then go career to college. And a lot of times when you go that route, your employer will actually pay for a lot of your college. So really be choosing wisely in terms of those pathways. Just great opportunities that are going on. So I get to turn this over, and when you see Can We Talk, Miss Ziegler knows how to talk. Miss Ziegler's our lead counselor for Fayetteville High School. But as I challenge you, there are options available for you. As you look through that cat book, it's huge. I forget, Miss Easton, how many pages? 160-something pages. It's a big book. It's overwhelming. But it means that there are great options available for you. If you can't find something that you're going to enjoy out of that, now the state says, yeah, we got to take English 4 years. We got to take math, we got to take social science, we got to do all those classes, right? But if you can't find something in there, you're not looking. So look through that carefully. Look at the courses that interest you carefully. You've got more options than any graduating class has ever had before, starting this year. And that's an exciting time. End your 4 years with the exclamation point. I'm excited for you. Appreciate it. Have a great afternoon. And here's Miss Ziegler to talk to you about the wonderful counseling team at Fayetteville High School.
Okay, I am Leslie Ziegler. I am the college and career counselor here at Fayetteville High School, which means that I counsel people on how to get ready for college, how to go into careers, what they need to do. So hopefully I'll be seeing each of you in my office at some point during your 4 years here. What I want to talk to you about, just a little bit about vocabulary. Everybody should know what a credit is, okay? Because you get credits in junior high. You must earn 24 credits to graduate from Fayetteville High School. Well, how do you do that? Well, every year you have an opportunity to earn 7 credits. We allow you to take 7 courses throughout the course of a year here at Fayetteville High School. So if you spend 4 years here, you just do the simple math. 7 times 4 is what? 28, okay? So if you go through and take 7 courses a year, you will have 28 credits at the end of your senior year when you graduate. So that shouldn't be a problem. But just so you know, 24 credits is required to graduate. Your cumulative GPA, you'll hear that term a lot. And what that means is your GPA that accumulates over time. So when I talk to somebody about their cumulative GPA, what that means is their GPA from 9th grade, or sometimes from 8th grade. Because some of you are in classes, maybe a pre-AP Algebra 1 or a language in 8th grade that will transfer up here to the high school. So some of you are already earning credits toward and grades toward your cumulative GPA. So when we talk about your cumulative GPA, it's the total number and sum of your grades 9, 10, 11, and 12. All right, you want that to be as high as possible, okay? Because that's going to afford you many more options. The higher the GPA, the more options typically you have. And then we talked about weighted and unweighted. I wanted to share with you how you get weighted credit. If you take an AP class and you take that test in the spring, you get weighted credit. Typically, an A is worth 4 points, a B is worth 3 points, a C is worth 2 points, and a D is worth 1 point. If you take an AP class, that A is now worth 5 points, which is a huge little grade point boost, a little grade point vitamin. We are on a block schedule, which is a little bit different than what y'all are used to at Woodland. Y'all are on a 7-period day. At Ramey, 7-period day. Okay? All right, so at Fayetteville High School, we are on a block schedule, and what that means is every other day we have different classes. So on an A day, we have periods 1, 2, 3, and 4. Now we have lunch in there too, so nobody worry, I didn't leave lunch out. On B days, we have periods 5, 6, 7, and 8. And I know what you're thinking, well, if we just have 4 periods, we must get out by 12 o'clock. No, those periods are 90 minutes in length. So you are in a class for 90 minutes. But what that means for you is that you can organize yourself with homework. Say that you have math on an A day, okay? So you go home, you do that math homework that night. Well, What if your family has plans? Maybe you can't do it that night. So you have an extra day to get that math homework done. Okay? All right. I'm sorry? Yes, yes. The school day starts at 8:45 or 8:50 and goes to 3:50. Okay, I'm going to pass it over to Miss Stewart, Katie Stewart. She is our AP department chair. She's going to talk to you about AP classes.
Okay, good morning. My name is Katie Stewart, and I am the department chair for the Advanced Placement Department. And so we're going to talk to you a little bit about your options for advanced placement when you come to the high school. I know we've already had representatives come over to your schools and talk to you about the AP offering for ninth graders, which is really just AP Human Geography, which is a great course. But we're just going to start you off with a little video. These are some of our teachers and our students here talking about why they find the AP program really valuable.
I chose to take AP classes because I really wanted to challenge myself. Whenever I was moving into the high school from ninth grade, I had a vision of my future.
I chose to take AP classes because I've always kind of been ahead in my regular classes, so I've been in GT and other programs, so AP classes are kind of a continuation of that.
The most valuable thing, hands down, is just the experience of being in a class that's challenging, has high expectations.
Probably the most beneficial thing is that it really is imitating more the college classroom environment.
I think there's a lot of value in how they're more difficult or more rigorous. It's not just that they're harder questions, it's that there are more questions and there's more homework and there's just more we have to do.
Our AP teachers don't just stop there at setting the high standards. Our teachers do a great job of coming up behind students and saying, you're almost there, let me help you meet that next goal.
It has given me a lot of drive to do things in life.
The classes at FHS offer a really wide variety, so basically you can take a class for whatever you're interested in.
Students should choose their AP courses based off their interests. Obviously, it's a little bit more intense, and it helps to have an interest in the topic.
Take AP classes that you really want to do. AP is a really amazing thing for the classes that you care a lot about, and I think that it's the best way to get involved and get a deeper understanding of the content.
So gravitate towards the classes that are going to help you meet your goals career-wise, and of course the ones that you're passionate about.
Okay, so I think that gave you a really good overview of the program. The options that you've had up until now have really just been pre-AP options. And so a pre-AP class, Ms. Ziegler was just talking a minute ago about how AP courses do have weighted credit. A pre-AP course does not have weighted credit, and those courses are intended to teach you the skills and the strategies that are necessary to do well in an AP course. But if you have not been in those courses, if you have not been taking pre-AP courses, you are still more than welcome to take AP courses. So don't feel like just if you haven't been in that pathway of pre-AP that now you can't be in AP. I think a really big misconception that students have is that AP is this really elite, small group. And actually last year we had 898 students who took 1,781 AP exams. So that's a huge group of students. That's not an elite group at all. That's a really big group of students. And I would say that for anyone who is planning on going to college, which I'm assuming is most of you, that you should participate in the AP program at some point in your high school career. We have 28 different AP courses. There are some that students kind of default to that they know about. You know, they know about AP English Language and Composition, they know about AP World, they know about AP Human, but we have 28 courses. And so whenever you're making the decision about what kind of course to take, I think that you really should think about, like Ms. Bill, you said, what are your interests? So basically AP courses are college level classes, and so the state of Arkansas pays for you to take an exam at the end of the year, and based on your score on that exam, you can potentially earn college credit. So we have students who come to the high school, who go through the high school for 4 years, and then go to maybe the University of Arkansas, and they start as sophomores because of all of the AP credit that they have, and they haven't had to pay a cent. So that's a huge savings to their families. It also, not just thinking about graduating early, but so many students don't graduate on time anymore. So many students take 5 years to graduate from college. And so it gives them that option to be able to maybe have a minor, maybe have a double major, and still be able to graduate in 4 years. For those of you who are a little nervous about college and worried about, you know, what's the level of work going to be, how hard is it going to be, I think that the AP class is really beneficial because you have the support of a high school teacher who is here every day, who's available to you. I'm sure a lot more available to you than your college professors will be. And you can learn those college level skills in a more supportive environment. So AP in college, I've already talked about the benefit to you as far as going to college and having that credit. But if you're trying to get a selective scholarship when you go to college, if you're trying to get into a selective university, they look to see, did you take the hardest coursework that was available to you, and how did you do in that coursework? And so it provides evidence that you took challenging courses. So for some students, their participation in the AP program is going to be one AP class, 9 through 12. They're going to take one and just kind of see and get ready. For some students, that's going to be 1 to 2 classes per year. For some students, that's going to be 4 or 5 classes per year. It just depends on what you see as the level of commitment that you can provide, the amount of time you have. You can think about your extracurriculars as well. But it has a lot of benefits if you have taken AP classes, because when you go to college, let's say you take this AP class in high school and you take the exam. The exams are scored on a 1 to 5 scale. So let's say you take the exam, you work hard in the class all year, and at the end of the year, let's say you make a 2 on the exam. So that's not going to get you college credit. Does that course still benefit you when you go to college? Absolutely. Students who take AP classes when they go to college are more likely to have a higher GPA, to do better in college, to graduate on time. It's just beneficial to your college success, even if you don't score maybe as high as you want to on that exam. However, we have one of the highest pass rates or qualifying rates on AP exams in the state of Arkansas. So I think if you go into a class with these teachers who are really, really good at their jobs, you pay attention, you work hard, you ask for help when you need it, you have a really good shot at doing well on those exams. So how to make decisions about AP courses, we're not going to click on this link, but if you go to the College Board website, they do have some resources for you to kind of help you figure out what classes you might take. I think if you're really nervous about AP classes, don't be, but a good place to start is, where is my interest area, right? So maybe I don't love English, so maybe that shouldn't be your first AP class to take. Maybe you really do love psychology and you're really interested in psychology. Maybe you really love art and you think, oh, I think I would love to take AP Studio Art and really take my art to the next level, create a portfolio, have something by the time I graduate that I can be really proud of. I think that that's a good place to start. Talk to your teachers, get their feedback, talk to your counselor, talk to your parents. Those are all good ways to think about whether or not you should take AP classes. Thank you.
All right, hey everyone, my name is Ms. Schaefer. I teach 9th grade English at the high school. And I'm going to talk to you about your options for English your freshman year. So you have 2. You have regular English and pre-AP English. So Mr. Stewart just talked to y'all about pre-AP and AP and what it takes. So just note, if you choose to go the pre-AP route, that's fantastic, but you'll have a summer assignment that you need to do. Don't let that deter you. It's not challenging, but you are required to do it. And if you don't, they don't let you just drop the course because you didn't do the assignment. You'll have to make it up. But regardless of which route you choose, you're going to get to study some really cool books in 9th grade. Like right now, we're reading a book called To Kill a Mockingbird. And it's set like right before, a little bit before the civil rights movement started, and it deals with things like racism and social injustice and prejudice, and students get to look at the historical injustices that were going on during the setting of that novel, and then we get to look at injustices that are happening in our society today. And according to Goodreads, it is the second most read book of all time, so it's actually really interesting. It's actually the Bible, so right behind the Bible. And then fourth quarter, we get to study a book called Night. It's by a man named Elie Wiesel, and he was a survivor of the Holocaust. He was in the Auschwitz, which was one of the more deadly of the concentration camps, and so he survived, and he wrote a book about his experience. So I know some of you really like English, some of you don't, but regardless of where you are, we get to study some really powerful books. So good luck with the rest of your semester, and I look forward to getting to know you all over the next 4 years.
Good morning. My name is Lisa Neisler, and I'm one of the teachers here at the high school. I'm also the math department chair. As you can see on the screen, you have the math pathways chart from 6th to 12th grade. You can find where you're at in 8th grade right now. Most of you will be taking pre-AP Algebra 1 or Algebra 1 when you come to the high school in 9th grade. Some of you are currently sitting in pre-AP Algebra 1 in 8th grade, and you're going to go on to geometry, pre-AP geometry, pre-AP Algebra 2, or you might even elect to take both at the same time. As you can see, you can get to different places by the time your senior year happens, and if you're going to take the pre-AP route, that's awesome. We're excited about that. If you're going to take the other route, we're excited about that too. We want to help you succeed no matter what your choices are in the future and what you're preparing for. In our grade 12, we have several choices. We have 3 AP math classes. We have 6 or 7 different fourth-year math classes that you can choose from to satisfy that 4th credit. We also are now offering 4 or 5 dual credit classes, so you can earn college credit while you're sitting here, like you've heard Dr. Osterly and Ms. Stewart talk about. We're excited that you're coming to the high school. We want you to make the best choices possible. And if you haven't talked to your current 8th grade math teacher already, I'm sure you will. And they will put recommendations in the computer for you. If you have any questions, please make sure that you ask me or any math teacher if you're coming to the event tonight. Bring your parents, okay? Thanks. We look forward to having you here.
Hi, y'all. I'm Ms. Simpkins. I teach AP biology and then grade level biology as well. I just want to let y'all know some of the science courses that you'll have the opportunity to take next year as 9th graders. Most of y'all are going to take this 9th grade physical science integrated. I think you can see it right over here on your left, my right side. But some of you may already be in a pre-AP physical science class right now in the 8th grade. If that's the case, you'll go ahead and come on in into biology integrated. Some of you may not be super familiar with this term integrated that we've kind of tacked on to the end of those science classes. The reason that that's there, though, is because the Arkansas Department of Education just adopted some new science standards. They're called Next Generation Science Standards. Well, let me ask you this. How many of you have done a lab in science before? Good, good. These next generation science standards really emphasize real world problems, and they really challenge students to think a lot deeper and problem solve. And so that's why there's that integrated piece at the end of the name for the class, is because it follows these new next generation science standards. So it's a good thing. The majority of states in the country are adopting these standards too. As far as options past your freshman year, we've got several AP science courses, and I don't want to forget anybody, so I'm going to look. No, Siri, don't tell me. All right, here they are. We've got AP science courses that include 3 versions of AP physics, AP chemistry, AP environmental science, AP biology, and this next year we'll also start incorporating a new concurrent credit course in geology. And as I think Mr. Oster, or Dr. Osterly told you about, we'll do some more concurrent credit courses as you guys get closer to your graduation day. But we want you to know that we're excited that you're here. Science department wants you to get involved. As soon as you get into a class, talk to your teacher about things that may be going on outside the classroom. We partner with the U of A for a lot of research opportunities and summer programs. So we're glad that you're here. And I'm not sure who's next, but come on down.
Other graduation requirements that you're required to take before you graduate is a semester of physical education, or PE, a semester of health, a semester of oral communications, and a semester of fine arts, and we're going to break that down for you.
Good morning, Ramey and Woodland. My name is Coach Rose. I'm here to give you a little insight about health and PE. As he said, these are electives, but we'd almost really call these semi-electives because you don't really have a choice. You have to get a half credit in each of those 4 in order to graduate at Fayetteville High School. The first one is health and wellness. On the screen there's a few different options of the way you can get that. You can get that in your traditional semester-long health class here at Fayetteville High School. You can get that through a virtual health and wellness class, or you can get that through concurrent credit. Regardless, you only take that for 1 semester. You get a half credit toward graduation. Most, I would say probably about 85% of our population take these courses in the 9th grade. It's not required, but most take the ones that are required as soon as you get here. PE is in the same boat. Several different options as far as what you can take for PE. You have to get a half credit of PE in order to graduate, have to pass those. There's different options. You can take semester long, you can take full year long PE classes. We've kind of started trying to go to the route where we get a little more specific in our PE classes to where it's not just your traditional PE class. It kind of breaks it into some fitness classes, outdoor education, so forth, but you do have to get a half credit of that in order to graduate. As far as athletics go, if you are involved in athletics, you get to count 1 semester, your very first semester in athletics, toward your PE credit to graduate. Okay? So if you're involved in a team, you're involved in athletics, you will not have to take a PE class on top of that to get your PE credit. You already get that through your athletics. As long as you keep continuing after that in athletics, your half credits and your credits after that go toward graduation and local electives. All right? You still get credit for that, but they do not fulfill your PE requirements. And lastly, as far as athletics goes, one of the big questions is how do you know which athletic team you will be on if you are trying out or participating in athletics? We do have 2 9th grade athletics teams. We have a purple team, we have a white team. It does not transfer straight Woodland to one team, purple to another, or Ramey to another team. This is based on where you live and your address. All right? If you look at the top up there in small print, the purple SLC, if your address is in Asbel, Leverett, Washington, Happy Hollow, or Vandergrift Elementary, then you would, if you're participating in athletics, be on a purple team. If your address is in Holcomb, Owl Creek, Root, or Butterfield, you would participate on a white team, on the white SLC team. Okay? And that doesn't necessarily mean that's where you went to elementary school. That is where your current address is now, based on where you live, which SLC and which purple or white you would be on. Okay? Thank you.
Good morning. I'm Mr. Cooper Eskew. I am the Performing Arts Center Manager, so welcome to my home that you're sitting in, but I also help represent the Oral Communications Department. So before you graduate high school, you have to take a semester of Oral Comm, so that is public speaking. So what's really exciting, though, is that if you want to take it to the next level, we offer 2 different courses that can get you an Oral Comm credit, and that is Debate 1. So if you're thinking about going into law, if you like to argue with your parents and your friends, take debate. And we also, you were the very first rising freshman class to be able to take Forensics 1. This is a really awesome class. It is not CSI Forensics. Forensics is competitive speaking, so if you're an actor, if you like to do poetry, if you like to do duet acting, solo acting, improv, they have mime, there's some really cool performance kind of art. This is called forensics. You can do tournaments, and it's a really great way of competitive public speaking. If you notice, though, that debate and forensics are a full year class, so you get a semester credit for the oral comm, and the other will be an elective. Super great, super fun time, so have fun with it. Thanks, guys.
Okay, we're going to move. Miss Easton, just say out loud. Oh, I'm sorry. I took Jeff Jackson's place. I would never, ever want to do that.
Good morning, guys. We're going to save the best for last. I'm Mr. Jackson, and I'm the department chair for fine arts. And in your 24 credits for graduation, you're required to have a 0.5, a half credit of a fine art class of some sort. And we have a variety of ways that you can achieve that credit. We have our visual arts classes, which are your art ones, your drawing ones, ceramic classes, things like that as well too. But if you are not a visual arts person, you can do things through performing arts as well, through the theater classes, through the choir classes, and through band as well too. So just because you have to have a 0.5 credit does not mean that we have students that stay with us for 4 years. So they have more than a half credit of art. But for those of you that are also, well, I can't draw, I can't paint, I can't act, I can't sing, we have other classes in those disciplines, a visual arts appreciation class, a theater appreciation class, a music appreciation class as well, that you can attain your half credit for graduation as well too, and get your fine arts requirement. So look forward to seeing you guys, and enjoy the rest of your day. All right?
Okay, is it my turn now? Okay. Okay, so what we're going to do now involves movement. Okay, so I need y'all to be quiet. I need you to listen real carefully at what I'm going to direct you to do. Raimi, I'm going to talk to you first. Woodland, you guys just stay where you are. Raimi, you guys are going to be dismissed in just a minute, and you're going to go on tours with some of our students, our ambassadors, our dog crew, and student council. I'm going to dismiss you. Guys, I need you to listen. Okay? They're going to take you on a tour throughout our building. Classes are going on, so I would ask that you, as you move throughout the building, you do so in a quiet and respectful way. Okay? All tours are going to start in our small gym, and they're going to end here. So you're going to end up right back here. Raimi's going on the tour first. So when I dismiss your particular class, and I'm going to do it fairly quickly, I'd like for you to make your way up the stairs and out the back doors. Everybody has a wristband? Show me your wristbands. Okay. Everybody has a wristband with a number on it. Okay? That number corresponds, guys, listen. That number that you have on your wristband is going to correspond with a number that you're going to see a student holding outside. So if you're in group number 1, you're going to see a student holding up a piece of paper that says group number 1. You're going to align yourself right by that student. Okay? That's your group number. Group number 2, so if you have a number 2 on your wristband, you're going to find group number 2. And that is going to be your tour group for the day. Okay, you're going to be grouped with your advisory. Okay, I'm going to dismiss you, and I need for you to be quiet so you can hear what I'm saying. Okay? Guys, please. I need for you to listen. Okay, when there are this many people moving, we need to be a little less chatty. Okay, so Raimi, first is Richardson. If you guys, group number 1, would make your way to the top of the stairs. Richardson, group number 1. After Richardson, group number 2, Jordan. If you guys would make your way to the top of the stairs, look for the students who have the number 2 on a piece of paper. Group number 3 from Ramey, Browning. If you guys would make your way to the top of the stairs. Group number 4 from Ramey, Williams. You guys would make your way to the top of the stairs. Group number 5. I would ask that you not move until I dismiss your particular group, okay? Group number 5 from Ramey. That would be Gray and Gilmer. Group number 6, Esri from Ramey. Group number 6, if you guys would exit and move to the top of the stairs, out into our PAC lobby, group number 6. Okay, you guys, just one more second, please. We're about halfway through the groups. Group number 7, Wood. Group number 7, Wood. Group number 8, Renfro. Group number 9, from Ramey, Hayes. Group number 9. Okay, group number 10 from Ramey, Coach Yockey. You guys would make your way up to the top of the stairs. Group number 11, Miss Gamble from Ramey. Group number 11 from Ramey. Group number 12, Rose. Group number 12 from Ramey. You guys are dismissed to the top of the stairs. Group number 13. And group number 14. Group number 14 from Ramey. Group number 15, Coach Huckabee. If you guys would make your way to the top of the stairs. Group number 15 from Ramey. Cogburn, group number 16. Cogburn, group number 16. Group number 17, Michaels. Group number 18, Williamson. Group number 19 from Ramey, Miss Lynham. Group number 19, and finally, group number 20, New School and St. Joe's. Group number 20, New School and St. Joe's. Okay, Woodland. You guys are going to stay in here, and you are going to have a treat. You're going to listen to some of our Fayetteville High School students talk about the wide variety of electives that we offer here. They're going to talk about their experience with those electives. So you want to listen to see if there's anything that piques your interest as to what they have to say. Okay?
Welcome, Woodland. How are you guys doing? Awesome. Well, my name is Mr. Newman. I'm one of the counselors here. We're going to be pretty quick on showing you some electives, but luckily you guys get the counselors over to Ramey and Woodland today, well, Woodland tomorrow. But these guys are in the electives, and they're going to talk briefly about each elective choices that you're going to have as a ninth grader. So just kind of listen to them. If we have time at the very end, I will have you guys ask them some questions. If not, maybe when the counselors go to Woodland, you guys can ask us.
Hey guys, I'm Meredith Geen. I'm currently a 10th grader at FHS, and I'm here to talk to you about the history courses you can take. You can take AP Human or World Geography. I personally took AP Human, and it's a really great class. You have a food day, and it really helps you with like test taking skills. Like I've learned that I've like sped up a lot with test taking. Like I'm normally like one of the first people finished. World Geography, I didn't take that class, but a lot of people I know took it, and they said that it was really interesting. I think it's a semester course, but I'm not sure. So if you don't know what classes to take, I would definitely recommend one of those two.
Hey guys, my name is Megan Morris. I've gone to Woodland and Ramey and talked to the career development classes, so there you go. So at the high school, your 9th grade year, this is Survey of Ag. That's what it's like simplified to call, but Survey of Agricultural Systems. You get a taste of all the different systems in agriculture, so mechanics and welding and plant and animal and business, blah, 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 keeps going. But after that, you can take areas where you can almost like specialize in an area, so it's kind of like majoring in an area in high school, and you get a completer cord, which is similar like an honors cord, but it's for your specialized ag area. So you can do that in animal science, plant science, ag business, or mechanics. I accidentally got in one of these classes as a 10th grader, and now I am the FFA president as a senior this year. And FFA is the ag club, the agriculture club. So you can get so many cool experiences. Everybody in here was talking about their like elective and stuff. I was like, in my elective right now, I'm building a flatbed trailer. And I'm welding like the braces on this week. And in simple, like, what's it called? Simple circuits and electricity class. I brought my horse in a couple weeks ago to animal science. Like, there's so many hands-on things in these classes.
Hi guys, my name is Nora and I'm a junior and I'm going to be talking about the library. Like the library service learning class. So basically it's like you're in the library, you get to become an aide. For this class, the SLA is an elective course, so it knocks off one of your electives. It's also an application process, so you have to do an application and then you submit it and then you get interviewed for it. You can sign up through bit.ly 18LIBAPP. I really enjoyed this class. This is my 3rd year doing it. I've been doing it since I was a freshman, and it's really awesome because you get to build new friendships and you become friends with people who you genuinely or like really wouldn't become friends with. And also, you don't have to be an avid reader to be in there. You get to help out a lot in the school and you're really involved. And once you guys get to tour the school, once you go through the library, you'll see the Black History Month display. And I got to do that. Like, this was my project this semester. And so I built that whole display by myself. So, yeah.
Okay, hi, I'm Eva from Student Council. I started Student Council in 9th grade actually in Woodland, but I did it throughout my high school years. It's one of my favorite classes ever because it's a whole class and you do 75 hours of community service a year. And we do like crazy things, like we do the homecoming parade for the city of Fayetteville. We sleep outside for the homeless. We raised $17,000 this year. We raised money to build dorms in Africa. Like, this is like some really good stuff. It looks really good on like college applications if that's something you really care about. And the good thing about student council is that like you don't get like picked by like a teacher, but like the students pick you, and it looks really impressive like on your application saying that you were elected by your school and you do 75 hours like each year. And I just think everyone should at least like try to run. I think it's really great.
Okay, I'm also here to talk about Pup Crew. Pup Crew is dog crew for 9th and 10th graders, and it's a service learning credit, and you do a lot of like cool activities outside of school. Like we went and worked at Plato's Closet and organized clothes, and it's a lot of fun. You get to like meet people that you wouldn't normally meet, and you make a lot of good friendships there. So I'd highly recommend taking it.
Okay, hi, I'm Eva again, and I'm here for computer science. Look at all these courses. Okay, but personally, I took AP Computer Science Principles, and I'm taking it this year, and I'm actually like one of the oldest people, so if y'all take it next year, I think you'll be completely fine. I'm awful at computers, so that's why I took this course, to like learn and prepare myself for like college and like the future, because come on y'all, like technology, it's like the future. So I think it's really important. You could also, if you're really passionate about computers, definitely take these courses too. AP Computer Science Principles, it's like one of the easier like AP classes, so if you're trying to get a head start in your GPA, definitely take this course. Like right now we're learning how to like program, we're using Java, we're learning about like networking and like parts of a computer, so sign up.
Hey guys, I'm Wilson Bonham, and I'm going to talk to you about EAST. So EAST is a independent project and technology class. And what I mean by that is the students, you guys, basically get to choose what you want to do in the class. You can do stuff on your own, you can get together with some friends, and you can choose a project to run by your teacher and see if you can get started on that and then get it done. And the technology aspect of the class is that you use a lot of, computers and programs and stuff like that. So for example, in EAST right now, we are creating a 3D model of the high school. It's pretty cool. But then we also do some just regular community, not really technology projects. So one thing we did last year is out at Happy Hollow, we went out there where they have this pond, and we built a dock, and it was cool. We do a lot of cool stuff like that. So take EAST, it's fun.
Hey everyone, I'm here to talk to you guys about the engineering program here at Fayetteville High School. So for freshmen, it's advised to take Intro to Engineering and Design. You're not really supposed to take principles until you're a sophomore, but even though it's available to you. So Intro to Engineering right now, we're just kind of exploring what engineering is and different types of engineering. And once you get into principles your sophomore year, then you'll be more exposed to like hands-on stuff.
Okay, so Family Consumer Science, you've probably heard it called Home Ec. Some of you might be in it. It's a year-long course. We actually don't offer that course anymore here at FHS, but there are two other options that you can take. The first one is food safety and nutrition, and you get to learn all about how to cook food, how to make food, safety in the kitchen. It's great if you ever want to live on your own because you're going to have to cook for yourself. You also get a food safety certification at the end of the year, which is something that a lot of restaurants require you to have if you want to work there. So it kind of gives you like a one-up on your resume if you're trying to apply for a job. The other class that you can take next year is Child Development and Parenting, and basically you just study how children develop from conception all the way until adulthood. So you get to learn what age they start walking, what age they start crawling, all sorts of cool stuff. It's great if you ever want to work with kids, be around kids. Even if you don't, you're not planning on becoming a parent anytime in the future, which I hope is all of you guys, you still get to learn about how to work with kids, which is something that you're probably going to have to do in your adult life at some point. And they're both year-long classes. They're really great. They're very applicable. They're the kind of classes that you walk away from and you're like, wow, I really learned something today that I'm going to use in my life tomorrow. So yeah, take facts. It's so much fun.
Okay, my name is Myra and I'm talking about health services. So Foundations of Healthcare is actually a new class. They're offering next year, so personally I didn't have the chance to take it. But I did take the Foundations of Sports Medicine because I'm planning on becoming an athletic trainer. So if any of you are planning on becoming a doctor of any kind, like a dentist, a nurse, or anything like that, you could take Foundations of Healthcare and you can learn all about what it will be like to be a doctor And you'll also get the chance to become CPR certified if that's something you're interested in. And that could help you later in life. And yep.
Hi, my name's Emma Brown. I'm on yearbook staff, and I'm also in photo classes at here at FHS. I came into the yearbook as a 9th grader when we were the first class to transition, and it was the best decision I've ever made in my life. I've created a family at FHS. My best friend's on staff with me. The advisor's amazing. He's also my photo teacher. The yearbook gave me a safe place in high school. I was really shy before I was in yearbook staff, and it basically gave me my personality because I was forced to be involved in school. As y'all were seeing, I was just down there taking photos. It's really awesome. Y'all should join.
My name is Lady Hoggett. I took journalism as a 9th grader, which is what y'all are able to take, but now I'm in newspaper, which is one of the things you can take after journalism. I mainly took journalism because I had an elective space to fill, and it seemed like I wouldn't want to, that was the only thing that seemed interesting. But I really liked it because, especially now, today, you're learning different things about media, and it kind of shows you what goes behind the stories you see on CNN and all those things. And I really like the newspaper as a class because it's very student-led. We have an advisor who obviously makes sure we do things correctly, but I mean, our editors are the ones who basically make the calls on what we post, and they're the ones who tell you you have this deadline. So it teaches you an aspect of responsibility and time management.
Okay, I'm Ian, and I'm with film. Yeah, it's right there. It's at the top. So last year I took fundamentals, which is what you guys can take next year, and it was probably my favorite class until I got to intermediate this year. And you get to learn about the basics of filmmaking, and you get to do projects like music videos, and then you progress to actual films and stuff. And I don't know, if you're interested in anything with video or film, it's really fun.
My name is Sarah Gardner. I'm with TV, and it's a great opportunity. Mr. and Mrs. Allen are the film and TV teachers, and their rooms are connected. So it's a great opportunity to kind of not only learn about the broadcast industry as a TV student, but to be involved in it. And so our motto of our program is student-led, student-produced. And so we have the Bulldog Weekly, which is the weekly news show that goes on for all the students in advisory every week. And we also have Breaking the Leash, which is our monthly show. And then we also have a live events crew, so you can see Sam back there filming this live. And so we have a YouTube page, FHS TV, where many events are live streamed so that people's family and friends from all over the country and world can watch what's going on at our school. And so it's a great way to learn more about things going on in the community and to tell stories and to learn more, especially if you want to go into broadcast or even if you don't. It's just a great way to learn communication skills, especially with this industry, which is becoming more prevalent every day.
All right. Oh. Hello. My name is Duru. Sorry, it's flu season, y'all. I'm here to talk about French. There is French 1 through 4 and then AP that you can take at FHS. If you're starting French now, you will be able to take French 1 next year. One fun thing we do every year is French Week. That is where you get to eat a lot of French foods. You get to have a little research project for extra points. You can make monuments out of just arts and crafts stuff to get bonus points for your class. You can stuff your face with croissants for extra points if you're interested in that. And this year, something new that we did for French Week was baguette jousting. It was basically just slapping each other with baguettes dipped in Nutella for extra class points, so take French.
Yeah, what I also really like about French is that not a lot of people take it, so your classes are really small and your teachers are always available, and you get lots of food days.
Hi, my name is Savannah, and I'm here talking about Spanish. And so you can take Spanish 1 through 4 and then AP Spanish, which is what I'm in. And something cool about Spanish is that a lot of people in the United States speak Spanish, and I'm sure some of you guys out here speak Spanish at home and stuff. And so it's really nice to just be able to be able to communicate with more people, and it's also going to help you later in life if you want to go to the business world especially, or maybe the medical industry, because you'll be able to speak with more patients or customers, and businesses really like that. And recently, our school started offering the Biliteracy Award, and so it's a state award that will recognize you as being fluent in speaking, reading, and writing, like multiple languages, and so that looks really good on resumes. And I recommend taking Spanish because the higher up you go, the smaller your classes get, and we don't like learn vocab anymore, we just watch movies and listen to Spanish songs and just kind of talk a lot, so it's really fun.
Hallo, willkommen zu Fayetteville High School. Ich heiße Hannah. And so basically what I just said was welcome to Fayetteville High School. My name is Hannah. I'm representing German. Guys, German is so much fun, okay? We watch fun German shows all the time. We watched Shrek the other day in class in German. That was definitely an experience. We play with Legos all the time. You also have opportunities to go travel abroad. We have a German exchange program where German students will stay with you for a few weeks, and then in the summer, you go visit them. You live with them for a week, and then you explore the rest of Germany. Guys, it's a lot of fun. Also, we also have the National German Honor Society, which don't let the Honor Society throw you off, because we seriously have fun in there. Like last semester, we, before school, got together, we had coffee, we had cake, and we just hung out. We do that a lot. What else do we have? Oh, also, if you're staying in this area, the U of A, they have a German engineering program where you can study both, you can get a degree in both, and you study abroad for a year. Like German, guys.
Okay, if we can go back to the, hold on.
Hi, I'm Sarah Williamson, and I'm excited to tell you about a new class that we're offering here at FHS next year. This class is actually called ACT, PSAT, and SAT Test Prep. It's a semester course that's open to 9th through 12th graders, and it's a chance for you to increase your familiarity with those high-stakes standardized tests. You will have time to practice, you'll be able to learn strategies to help you succeed and reach your highest potential on these tests. And so I think it's a great opportunity for any student who is college-bound, willing to work hard, and interested in kind of increasing your score on those college admissions exams. Another course that falls into this category is just open to freshmen, and it's the freshman year introduction course. This is more of a course that will help you transition into high school. It deals more with study skills and kind of helping equip you with strategies for high school success. So those are two great elective options that are open to you.
Okay, next we're going to talk about some of the business classes you can choose from. All right, so we have Computer Business Applications 1, Principles of Banking, and we also have the virtual digital info technology. The one I probably need to do is the virtual Dave Ramsey, personal finance, virtual international business, virtual entrepreneurship 1, and virtual social media. So those are some of your business options you can take.
So you've been hearing this word. Thank you, everybody, for that. If you guys want to exit the stage, that's awesome. Didn't they do a good job? Thank you. So everyone's been hearing this word called virtual. Virtual are classes taken online. And the reason why you're hearing it so much is because we're very excited because there's a ton more virtual classes that we're allowing students to take. You can take up to 3 virtual classes a year. So you are allowed 3 virtual classes. They are online courses that you take by yourself working through the computer. So if you're not motivated, if you're not an independent learner, those probably aren't the right choices for you. Make sure when you're scheduling your classes, don't put down that you want a virtual class in something if you don't want that course. So look at the course codes carefully to make sure that if you want a regular class, that you're actually signing up for a regular class. Another word you've been hearing a lot is concurrent. Concurrent, just so you know, concurrent means college. So if it's a concurrent class, you're getting college credit. The reason why I'm telling you about that, because already in 9th grade, you get to sign up for those classes. There are virtual concurrent classes that you can even take in 9th grade. There's no limit to those classes. Okay, so you can take concurrent virtual classes, and we do not limit those. Now in 9th grade, I think there's very few that you can actually take. But as you get older in the grades, there's going to be more options for you. And we're going to be going over to your Woodland Junior High and telling you more about that this afternoon. Or tomorrow, sorry. Ramey today, tomorrow is Woodland. But if you are coming from St. Joe or you're coming from the new school, there's a few of you out there, we're going to have an opportunity for you to ask us those questions as well. Okay.
All right, guys. What we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and have these guys sit down in the front and open it up to you guys for questions. So if you have a question, raise your hand. I'll come around with a microphone, ask the question, and these guys will try to answer it the best they can. Okay?
Are those all of the available electives?
There are also fine arts electives. There's a lot of art courses like ceramics or AP art or like studio art and a lot of others that I do not know exist. But yeah, look in the course catalog. That's a good tip. But there's also band, orchestra, choir. You saw some of them perform today. There's also theater. There are a lot of drama classes. There are a lot of stage design. Yeah. Sports. There are sports. Yeah, you guys like sports? Eagles or Patriots? Eagles. Anyway. Yeah, you can take.
Okay,
Yeah.
here's a question.
What challenges should we expect for all languages?
You do need to study languages. It's not super easy to pick up. You gotta learn your words.
Yeah, you have to read books in other languages, and you have to get comfortable speaking in other languages, so it's definitely like pushing you out of your comfort zone.
For like, if you take Spanish, don't think you can ask native speakers to help you with your Spanish homework because it doesn't work that way. You guys are learning two different things, and so yeah, you won't get a free ride.
And
sorry,
also
guys.
expect homework every night in Spanish classes at least, because even if it takes 10 to 15 minutes, you have to practice because we only have classes every other day, and you can't just go twice or 3 times a week learning a language.
Okay, we have a question up here.
Not including virtual classes, how many are you allowed to take per year?
Yeah, electives. 7 classes, and then you have an advisory and an edge period.
How much homework is there?
Okay, at this time, we are going to turn it over to Miss Ziegler, and she will give us some directions.
Okay. We're going to dismiss Woodland for tours at this time. So I'm going to need you guys to listen to what I have to say so that you can be dismissed at the right time. Woodland students will exit when I dismiss your group. You will exit out the door that you walked in for tours. Your tour guides will be waiting out there for you with the number of your group, okay? So, Miss Abrams' group, where is Miss Abrams' advisory, okay? You guys are group 1. You will look for tour guides with the number 1 on their sheet of paper. Are y'all all Miss Abrams' advisory? Okay, awesome. Okay, next, group number 2, Coach Agler's advisory. You guys just, yeah. Go up and out the door here. You'll be looking for the number 2. Your tour guides will be holding the number 2. Group number 3 is Coach Ariola's group. You guys go ahead and exit out the door that you came in. Coach Ariola's group, group number 3. Group number 4, Mr. Betts. Mr. Betts Advisory, group number 4. Exit out the door that you came in. You'll be looking for the students holding up the number 4. Mr. Betts is group number 4. Group number 5 is, I'm sorry. Group number 5, are you guys split with other groups? Okay, so I'm not going to announce your group because your teacher's not here. Okay, so you're going to need to go with wherever Woodland told you to go. Okay? Group number 6 is Coach Crockett. See Coach Crockett? He's dancing in the back there with his hands. He's dancing. All right, group number 6, Coach Crockett. Group number 7 is Miss Dean. Miss Dean is group number 7. Miss Dunsworth, group number 8. Miss Dunsworth is group number 8. Miss Dunsworth, group number 8. Group number 9, Hierholzer. Group number 9, Hierholzer. Group 10, large. Group 10, large. Group 11, Miss McClure. Group number 11, Miss McClure. You guys can go ahead and exit out the door. Group number 11, Miss McClure. Group number 12, Miller. Group number 12. Group number 12, Miller. Group number 13, Coach Patrick. Group number 13, Coach Patrick. Look for your tour guides holding the number 13, Coach Patrick's group. Coach, group 14, Mr. Patrone. Group 14 is Mr. Patrone's advisory. Group 14 is Mr. Patrone. Look for the tour guide holding the number 14. Ms. Price, group number 15. Ms. Price is group number 15. Look for your tour guide holding the number 15. Ms. Price's group, number 15. Mr. Sider is group number 16. Mr. Sider, group number 16. You guys look for your tour guide holding the number 16. Mr. Sider, group number 16. Group number 17, Mr. Thomas. Group number 17 is Mr. Thomas. Look for your tour guide who is holding the number 17. Group number 18, Vasquez. Group number 18, Vasquez. Group number 18, Vasquez. Look for your tour guide holding the group number 18. Group number 19, Young. Very spirited advisory. Okay, you guys get the spirit stick. David should be up there. Yeah. Group number 19 is Young. Look for your tour guide holding the number 19, And then group 20, group 20, Boudreaux, Leichner, Carroll. Group number 20, look for your tour guide holding the number 20 sign. Okay, Raimi can go ahead. Raimi coming in, you guys come on back down here. If Raimi wants to come on and come, wait, are you guys Raimi? Okay, you guys need to come on down here. Raimi students need to fill in, thank you Wyatt, Raimi students need to fill in this area right here, close to the stage. Raimi students entering from the back need to come down to the front and fill in the front area by the stage. Raimi students, back from your tours. Raimi students, back from your tours, go ahead and enter. Come all the way down to the section closest to the stage. Raimi students, coming back from your tours, come all the way down the stairs and fill in this area down here by the stage. How was the tour? Was it so good? Raimi students coming back from your tours, go ahead and fill in this area down here by the stage. Go ahead and fill in the area. Raimi students, fill in the front area. Raimi students coming back from your tours, come on down. Come on in the PAC, Raimi students who are back from your tours, and fill in this area. Fill in the area closest to the stage. Did y'all have a good time on your tour? Yay, good. All right. Do you feel like the school's big? Kinda? But you know your way around already, right? Okay, you guys just fill in real quickly because we're going to start with our student panel. Okay, you guys go ahead and fill in. Go ahead and have a seat. Fayetteville High School students in the aisle, can you guys kind of move to one side so our Raimi students can get down the aisle and fill in these seats pretty quickly so we can get started with our elective panel. Okay.
Going down that way.
I know this is not all of our Ramey kids. Ramey students, are there Ramey students out? Is that Mr. Young up there? I can't see. Okay, Mr. Young, are there people out there? Are there students? They're not out there. Okay. Okay. Miss Easton, do you want to go ahead and start? Okay, group number 1, hold up your wristband. Group number 2, group number 3, group number 4, group number 5, group number 6, group number 6. Are y'all sure? Are you sure about? Okay, good. Group number 7, group number 8, group number 9. They're lost. Group number 9 is not back. Group number 10. Oh, group number 11. Group number 12. Oh, yay! Group number 13. 14. 15. 16. 17. 18. 19. And new school in St. Joe's. Group number 20. Okay. So looks like we have maybe 7 or 8 of our groups still out. Ms. Easton, do you want to start? Do you want to wait a little bit? Excellent. We could do questions about the tour. Anybody have questions about the tour that you went on? Anybody have questions about the tour? Or about the school? Yes. Why is it so huge? Well, we have to accommodate about 2,700 students, all moving at the same time. So in order for us to have enough classroom space for you, it has to be this big. I promise you, you'll learn your way around. Isn't that right, guys? Yeah. Learn your way around. Anybody else? Yes. How come what? Well, we have to divide because we have 2,700 students here. We cannot accommodate all of our students in one lunch. So we have to break the lunch up into about 900 students per lunch. And the lunches are about 40 minutes long with about 15 minutes in between to give our cafeteria staff time to clean the cafeteria in between lunches. And so because of that block of time that's needed to feed 2,700 students, that's why our lunches are, some start pretty early. Question? Yes, the question is, if it's raining outside, do you just have to run? Yes. Teachers do it too. Teachers have to run too. Yes. Yes. What? It is warm in here, I think primarily because it got so cold overnight, so it's, maybe the temperature started out at a fairly chilly temperature this morning, and so I think maybe the heat's overcompensating a little bit. All right. We want to go? Okay. This is Mr. Newman. He's going to talk to you guys about our elective panel.
Hope you guys enjoyed the tour. What we're going to do is talk about elective options at FHS. We're not going to cover the oral comm, health, fine arts, because those were covered earlier by one of the teachers. What we're going to cover, and actually I'm going to have the students that are in the classes, they're going to tell you a little bit about each class, and then hopefully if we have enough time, you can ask them questions at the end. So we're going to start with Ms. Meredith Geen.
I'm here to talk to you about history courses you can take. I took AP Human as a 9th grader, and it was probably one of the best classes I took. You learn a lot of why certain people are where they are. you have a food day later in the semester where pretty much anyone can like cook whatever they want, like from their like food, from their like family line. And it was really cool because you got to learn a bunch about like where they came from, and you learn a lot of test taking skills. Like I've learned that I'm a lot faster test taking than I was before I took the course. Like I will finish 20, maybe 30 minutes before everyone else because I'm so used to like longer tests and taking them with like 75 questions in 60 minutes. So if you don't know what courses to take, I definitely recommend taking one of those 2 courses.
Okay, my name is Megan Morris. This year I'm the FFA president, and FFA is the agricultural club that runs like with the agriculture elective program. But I originally got put in ag science because of like a schedule glitch my 10th grade year. And then I just liked being able to come to class and do stuff that like I didn't have homework, and I just came to class and like, I don't know, wired up a light in electricity class, or we're building a flatbed trailer in power systems, or I brought my horse to school one time because there's like great, it's called like lab areas where there's a welding shop, small gas engines, structures, animal science. And I came to Ramey like a week or 2 ago and talked to the career development class, and I recognize like some of y'all. So these are the classes that are a lot of like skill for like later in life. So you get to come to class and actually do like work skill things. Even if you're not going into that kind of like labor stuff, you get to just like do stuff in class. Yeah.
Hey guys, my name is Nora. Oh wait, no.
So I also get to talk about this one. This is the business and marketing areas. So up there on the screen is the computer business applications 1 and the principles of banking. Those are the ones you can take as a freshman. I know several people that are in this like business like elective fields, and they love it. They say it's a really great program.
Okay, hey, now my name is Nora, and I'm going to be talking to you guys about the FHS Library Service Learning class. And basically what that is you can be an aide during one of your class periods in the library, and that takes up an elective course in your schedule. It's an application and interview process type of class. So basically, it's just a really good class. You get to build new friendships, and you get to become friends with people who you really wouldn't become friends with, like, normally. You don't have to be an avid reader to join this class. You get to help out a lot throughout the school, like in and out of the library. Also, you get fed twice a semester. They have, like, really good food. We're about to do our hot chocolate, like, little party thing, so it's really nice. And I know some of you guys, like, went through the library and got to see like how pretty and beautiful it is. And if you saw the Black History Month display, I was in charge of that this week. I ran that whole thing, like that was my baby, so yeah.
Okay, awesome. Hey, I'm Lexi. I'm student council president. I'm going to be talking about the election process. So student council is a class freshman through senior. You can be in it. There's different numbers of kids per grade, and there's a group of senior officers, but we're a service learning class. We do a lot of community service, so we do things for FHS, we do tournaments for students, and we do powder puff and things like that, but we also focus on the community aspect of serving Fayetteville, and do a lot of things like the homeless vigil. So this year we raised almost $20,000 for families in transition, which helps the homeless population in Fayetteville. So doing things like that. We make signs, we promote school spirit and things like that. It's hard work, but it's really fun. We have have you ever heard of FHS fam? Anyone? We have like a Stuco fam, right? So we get close together, we serve each other, and we put our school and our community before ourselves. But you can get a packet to apply in April. It'll be available to you, and you run school-wide, so you're elected by your peers. It's hard work, it's really fun.
Okay, I am in pub crew this year. It's dog crew for 9th and 10th graders. It is so much fun. Like today we had a rap battle because we're learning all the habits. So we got like different listening skills and we got to have a rap battle. So that was a lot of fun. We do a lot of stuff outside of school and you make signs. Like we went to Plato's Closet and helped out there. We organized clothes. You need 25 hours a semester in that class, but they're pretty easy to get. We made a photo booth for basketball games and football games, and that was a lot of fun. So I would definitely recommend taking it. You build a lot of good friendships in there, and it's so much fun.
Hi, I'm Yvette. I'm here to talk about computer science. So this year I'm in computer science principles, and it's an AP class. And if you're looking for an AP class to take freshman year, I think this should definitely be it. Because it's on the easier side. It's not like A-push or something like that. So if you're looking for, like, if you're trying to get a head start in like your GPA, definitely take AP computer science. Right now we're learning about programming, Java. We're learning like about networking, like parts of a computer. And like personally, I'm horrible at computers, and that's why I decided to take this course because I just know that's going to be so useful in college and in the workforce. And so if you're really passionate about computers, like take this too. This is a prerequisite for computer science A. And if you take that course and you score 5 on the exam, you'll get $1,000 like given to you, not the school, like to you, and you can spend it however you like. So definitely take these courses.
Hey guys, I'm Wilson, and I'm going to talk about EAST a little bit. So EAST is an independent project and technology class. What I mean by that is, in the class, you guys get to choose what you want to do for your project for the year. And it can be pretty much anything. It can be a community project. So, for example, last year, we went out to Happy Hollow and built a dock on their little pond. So stuff like that. But there's also an emphasis on technology. So another thing we're doing is building a 3D model of the high school. And y'all just get to do fun stuff like that, and you can pretty much do whatever you want. So it's a really fun class. Definitely take it.
Hey everyone, I'm here to talk about the engineering classes here at the high school. Right now, I'm in Intro to Engineering and Design, which is what's recommended for freshmen to take. Technically, you could take Principles if you wanted to, but it's very advised that you take Intro first because Principles is just a harder class. So Principles of Engineering is kind of like once you get really involved, but Intro is showing you what engineering is. You explore different types of engineering, and it's more of like the science behind it rather than getting hands-on. But then once you get into Principles, then you're getting into hands-on, making projects your own. Then after that, you can either take digital engineering or civil engineering. You have to branch off there, and we're working on getting another senior level class for engineering. So it's really fun, and you have a lot of hands-on stuff, and it's just like, that's one of my favorite classes that I take right now, and it's a nice break in the middle of the day.
Okay, so family and consumer science, some of you might be in this class this year. You probably call it home ec, and it's a year-long course. So we don't offer home ec at the high school, but we do offer 2 freshman classes that you can take next year. The first one is food safety and nutrition, and it is a year-long course, but basically you get to go. You learn how to cook, you learn safety techniques in the kitchen, you learn all about nutrition, the nutritional value of all of your food. There's so much information that you can gain from that. You do get to cook. I'm in it this year. We cook about once a week. Great stuff. And at the end of the course, you actually do get your food safety certification, which is something that a lot of restaurants require before you can work there. So if you're looking for a job, this is a great one-up that you can put on your resume. The other class that you can take as a freshman is Child Development and Parenting, and it's another year-long course, and you learn about how children develop from conception all the way until adulthood, and then you also learn proper skills of parenting after that. And this is a great course if you think you ever might want to have children, if you think you want to work in some aspect that involves children, whatever you want to do, it's a really great course. And both of these courses, obviously, as you get older, you'll get to take more courses and you'll get to do more things with it, but all of these classes are such great pathways that can lead you into your life past high school. So these are things that I always like call my mom and I'm like, oh my gosh, Mom, I learned how to make chicken fried rice today. And it's so cool. And so there are things that you're actually going to use in your life.
Okay, my name is Myra, and I'm talking about health services. So a class that you guys can take next year is the Foundations of Healthcare, and this is a new class, so unfortunately I didn't get to take it, but I did take Foundations of Sports Medicine, which is similar to this, except related to becoming an athletic trainer. So if you would like to become like a doctor or a dentist or a nurse or anything like that in the medical field, then the Foundations of Healthcare would be a really good class for you to take. And there's also medical terminology and then online classes involving health services. So if you want to be a doctor or anything like that, then take it.
Hey everybody, my name's Lainey, and I'm going to talk to you guys about journalism. So journalism is a class that you guys can take as 9th graders. I took it when I was in 9th grade, and I mainly took it just because I had an elective space to fill, and it seemed like something I wouldn't be bad at because I was a good writer. But journalism is really interesting because you're able to learn like what goes behind things you see on TV, things you read in online, and like all that stuff. I'm now in newspaper, which is one of the classes you can take after journalism. And it's really interesting because you get to see what goes behind things like stories that you'll see on CNN or other big media sites. And it's very student-led. Like we have editors that run it, and we have an advisor, obviously, who's a teacher. But they basically give all the editors the control, and they're the one, like editors are the ones who take like up deadlines and all that stuff. And it's a really fun class because our responsibility is to interview students. We try not to interview people that aren't students because obviously it's more important to connect to our community, and it kind of helps you grow as a person because you're able to learn more about yourself and you're able to learn more about students as well as responsibility and hardworking.
Hey y'all, my name's Emma Brown, and I'm on yearbook staff, and I'm in photo classes. I came in as a freshman on the yearbook staff, and it's the best decision I've ever made. The yearbook has become my home, and it's a really awesome program, and you learn so many life skills. It's insane. And I also was really shy before I was on yearbook staff, and I'm super out there because you're kind of forced to be involved in your high school, which I highly recommend. Y'all probably saw me down there taking photos. These photos will be in the yearbook. And photo is really great if you're wanting to develop your photo skills or you just want to be a photographer. So yeah.
Hey, I'm Ian, and I'm with film. And so next year you guys can take the first one up there, Fundamentals of AV Tech and Film. And that was probably my favorite class until I got to intermediate film this year. And in that class you get to learn the basics of filmmaking, like script writing, camera techniques, editing, all that. Until you you finally get up to making your own films and stuff. And once you do that class, you get up to the upper level classes, and you get to just work on films and make films and compete in national competitions and stuff, and it's really fun.
Hi, my name is Sarah Gardner, and I'm representing TV, and the TV and film rooms are connected, and they're taught by Mr. and Mrs. Allen. And they really are more than just teachers, but they're mentors in the lives of all of their students. And it's really cool to have people who are so invested in those that they lead. And so the motto of the TV program is student-led, student-produced. And so Mr. Allen gives us so much freedom as students. We produce Breaking the Leash, which is our monthly show, and also the Bulldog Weekly, which is the weekly show. And so it gives us opportunities to learn more about what makes our school and our community amazing and to capture and highlight those stories. And there's also a live events crew, so they're filming right now so that things like this and football and basketball games and all different events can be broadcast to people who might have family across the nation or even the world. And also with TV and film, we have a TV studio. It's a multi-million-dollar room. It's amazing. And so if you're looking to go into this industry, many people naturally transition to work for the SEC network, or to just continue learning. And we're going to Nashville soon. Last year they went to Disney World, so there's a lot of opportunities to travel to.
Hi, I am Duru Arkan. I'm here to talk to you about French. There are a lot of languages that you can take at FHS, but Naomi and I are here to speak about French. There are 5 years of French you can take, 1 through 4, and then AP. And one fun thing we do every year is French Week, where you can get you can participate in a lot of projects, doing some research, making posters, chalking up the sidewalks to get a lot of information about French out. This year we had croissant eating competitions just to get extra grade points. And we had baguette jousting, where you just like ran at each other with baguettes and slapped each other with baguettes. Just for school grade points, y'all. It's a fun class. Take French.
Yeah, I also really love that French classes tend to be smaller, so you always have an opportunity to talk to your teacher, get help, because it's a little challenging, but your teacher's there for you, your classmates are there for you, and we have lots of food days.
Hi, I'm Savannah, and I'm talking about Spanish, and we also offer 5 years of Spanish that you can take, 1 through 4, and then AP. And I really recommend sticking with Spanish, even though it might be kind of hard, because when you get up to the AP level, our classes are really small. Like, I think there's only 15 kids in my class, and we watch a lot of music videos, and we watch movies on like free days, and it can also really help you like later on if you're trying to get a job, because a lot of businesses, and even if you want to go into the medical career, it might help you get hired if you can speak 2 languages, because you'll be able to communicate with more people, and so you should take Spanish.
Hallo, willkommen zu Fayetteville High School. Ich heiße Hannah. So I just said, hello, welcome to Fayetteville High School. My name is Hannah. I'm representing the German program. This is my 5th year in German. I'm president of the National German Honor Society. And you guys, you gotta take German. It is so much fun. Okay, we play with Legos. We watch fun German movies all the time. And believe me, you have to study a little bit, but understanding and watching Shrek in German is worth it, okay? So also, if you think this isn't applicable, you can go to Europe, and a lot of countries in Europe speak German. It's useful there. It also makes you stand apart from Spanish speakers, because a lot of people here speak Spanish, but if you can put on your resume, hey, I speak German, really makes you stand out from the crowd. Also, so National German Honor Society, we do things like coffee and cake before breakfast. We do things like party in parks, okay? We have a lot of fun. We also have an exchange program where you can partner up with our partner school in Germany, and a student will partner with you, come live with you for a few weeks here. Then over the summer, you go to Germany, you live with them for a few weeks, and then you just explore Germany for a bit. Also, if you plan on going to the U of A, we have a dual degree program where you do engineering and German, so you can get a degree in both, and you get to study abroad. It's a lot of fun.
Hi, my name is Sarah Williamson. I'm a teacher here at Fayetteville High School, and I'm excited to tell you about a new class that we're offering for the first time here next year. This class is called ACT, PSAT, and SAT Test Prep. It's a semester course, and in this class you will learn the types of questions that they ask you on these college entrance exams. You'll learn strategies to improve your score. You'll have time to practice these tests and increase your familiarity. So if you're college bound and you're intrinsically motivated to improve your score on these high stakes exams, I would encourage you to take this class. Another class that's available only to freshmen is FYI. It's our freshman year introduction course. This class is more based on like giving you skills and strategies to succeed in high school and helping you make that transition to Fayetteville High School. So it's good for kind of career interests and improving your high school experience.
Hello, I'm Mr. Champion. I'm one of the counselors. I want to talk to you a little bit about our virtual classes you can take. They are a great opportunity to take classes online through the Fayetteville Virtual Academy. You can take up to 3 of your classes virtually. Some of my students this year are taking Latin, Chinese, some leadership classes, and we have Miss Lever here. She's the principal of the Virtual Academy, if y'all want to say hello to her. But it is a great opportunity for our students. I think we're maybe one of the only schools in the state to be able to do that, so definitely check out the virtual classes in your CAP book. It will talk about those.
All right, guys, if you will give all of these young ladies and gentlemen a hand. You guys are free to go. One of the other last things that I want to talk to you guys about, and then we're going to get started with a pretty cool skit, are the concurrent options. We talked about that at the very beginning. Concurrent options, easiest way to remember it is concurrent equals college. So if you're looking at some of these virtual, you may see concurrent virtual, and they are available to you guys, and they are college level courses, and they do count as college credit and high school credit. There will be a fee associated with some of them, and you have to have, a certain test score, but those are great options as well. Like Dr. Osterly said, some of you guys can graduate high school with an associate's. Pretty amazing.
Ms. Ziegler, you want to come up here and talk a little bit about college and career?
Hey, Ramey, just so you know, if you guys have specific questions as Woodland is coming down, if you guys have specific questions, the counselors will be coming to you today. So kind of think about those questions, and we'll be in your classrooms, and you can ask us that. So we'll see you guys later today.
While we're waiting for Woodland to file in, let me introduce your counselors to you. We're not on a grade level. We don't divide our counselors by grade level here. We do it on an alphabet system. So our first counselor is Miss Patrick. Yay! She counsels students 9 through 12, grades 9 through 12. The last names A through CH. So if your last name is A through CH, Miss Patrick will be your counselor. How many A through CH students do we have in here? Okay, awesome. Okay, our next counselor is Miss Dawn Norman, and she counsels, she's right there. Miss Norman, are you going to run for us like Miss Patrick did? Okay, Ms. Norman counsels students grades 9 through 12 whose last names begin with CI through GO. So CI through GO. How many students do we have in here that belong to Ms. Norman? CI through GO. Raise your hand. CI through GO. Okay, awesome. Next, we have Miss Jody Wood, who is in the middle right here. Jody Wood, Miss Wood, counsels students grades 9 through 12 whose last names are GR through LE. GR through LE. She'll be your counselor all 4 years. And then we have Miss Cindy Alley. Miss Alley is in the middle in the black jacket. She counsels students LF through PA. LF through PA is her division. How many students do we have LF through PA? Last names, LF through PA. Miss Alley will be your counselor. And then we have Mr. Champion right here, and he is PB through SP.
Raise your hand.
Is that right? PB through SP is Mr. Champion, grades 9 through 12. And then finally, at the very end of the alphabet is Mr. Newman, and he counsels students grades 9 through 12. I'm sorry. SQ through Z. I did so well up to the end. So SQ through Z. If your last name is SQ through Z, raise your hand. Okay, good. And then I'm the college and career counselor, and I counsel all of you. So if you have questions about college or going into career from high school, whatever, you can access me. Woodland, how was the tour? Awesome. You'll know your way around? of them? Okay.
Yeah, we got to be there at 12.
I say we take that opportunity.
I'll try not.
Test.
Test.
Test. Up higher. Test. I am testing this mic, and it is working. Test 1, 2, 3.
No, that's me. That's hello.
I heard that.
Test 1, 2, 3. Test 1, 2, 3.
You have to do that.
Yeah. Much.
Test 1, 2, 3.
Test 1, 2.
Test 1, 2, 3. Yeah. Yeah.
Test 1, 2, 3.
Test 1, 2, 3. Cool.
Body was like just open and you're sitting right there. Oh, my bad. Yeah. Yeah, I got some antibiotic or whatever. Biotic, biotic, you know.
Is anybody like else having trouble breathing?
Or not.
Is that just me? Oh, okay, whatever. There's just so many people.
Open it up, open it up. Good morning, 8th graders.
Y'all are excited. As you can see, we have kidnapped your principal. As you can see, we have kidnapped your principal and have infiltrated your assembly on dress code compliant footwear to bring you the following public announcement.
Right, you are. Over the next several minutes, you'll receive a series of tips and tricks that'll help guide you through your upcoming 4-year nightmare.
So please listen closely while we change your life.
Presenting for the first and only time,
How to succeed in high school
without really trying. Lesson 1.
Notice how polite those children are.
the beginning of every student's day is the simplest, yet there's one crucial prepared, it makes no difference. As long as you say the words, it's serious intensity.
Bonus tip, add random pauses and punctuation to make it seem like you know more than you actually do.
Take Robert Frost.
2 roads diverged in Yellowwood, and sorry, I could not take both and be one traveler. I stood and looked downward as far as I could. Into the undergrowth. The undergrowth!
The same method can be used with anything ever written, so feel free to practice with more familiar material at home.
Now that it's raining more than ever, know that we still have each other. You can stand under my umbrella. You can stand under my umbrella. Ella, Ella,
Lesson 3, foreign language.
First and foremost, because time limitations prevent us from covering all foreign languages, we're required to choose one at random from this box.
And today's foreign language will be, drumroll please, it's French.
French it is.
French it is. Now, regardless of the foreign language you are taking, the recipe for success is the same.
No matter what you say.
And if you're unprepared, just rattle off a bunch of words that anyone would know.
For example, here is a student's class presentation on Parisian travel.
And that's all it takes.
And if your teacher doesn't buy it, you'll be prepared.
Lesson 4, history.
What's the hardest part about studying for a history exam?
The answer is, of course, dates.
That's right, dates.
And we're not talking about the kind of dates that this creepy guy goes on.
We're talking about moments in history now.
And there are quite a few moments in history to remember.
Yeah, like how many wars and treaties and revolutions have there been?
A lot.
At least 4.
So we're here to show you an actual example of a real American history exam.
When was the Battle of Appomattox?
A, 1861.
B, 1863. Or C, 1865. B.
It is hard to remember, it is hard to know the answer whenever there are hundreds of other days occupying your brain. Hey there.
Which is why we've developed a way to make studying easier.
Numbers come in red. Dates.
That's right, they all start with 1, 8, and 6.
Yep. The odds are that the last number will be different for each answer.
Which means when you're studying, you only have to memorize 2 words.
Appomattox and 5.
By cutting out 75% of the workload, we turned an hour study session into 15 minutes.
Declaration. 6. Watergate. 3. Who? 9.
Proceed with caution, however. This may also have confusing ramifications later in life.
Congratulations, class of 6. It feels like only yesterday that we were freshmen back in 2.
And the Red Sox are 4 world champions.
We don't have reds.
So, I'm gonna party like it's mine! Woo!
remember some of the tips and tricks that we've shown you today and pass high school with flying colors.
And if you fail, we're sorry.
No, I'm sorry. This has been
How to succeed in high school without really trying. You're welcome. If you enjoyed this skit, then be sure when you get to FHS to join a theater class. This is what we do every day, and we have a great time. So thanks for watching, everybody.
Hi, guys, my name is Deanna Easton, and I am the Director of Student Programs here, and one of the big things that I work on is CAP, like planning events like this and helping our 8th graders successfully enroll in high school. So you're going to see a couple of things. Sister, thank you. That will help you that are on our website. So if you go to fhs.fair.net, on our homepage we have a big link in a box that says CAP information. When you click on that, you're going to see a drop-down menu of all sorts of things that might answer some questions that you have, including a copy of the CAP book. Now, every 8th grade student in here is going to receive a copy of the CAP book back to junior high. Unless you are FEA or St. Joe's or New School, we're going to give you a copy of that before you leave today. But you'll see the other links as tryouts, information for a lot of our sports and activities become available. I put it on there. There's applications for any of the classes that require that. How will you know whether or not a class requires an application? It will tell you that in the CAP book. All right, we've got special asterisks there. You are also going to get a request sheet, a course request sheet, and this is on a 8.5 by 17 piece of paper, front and back, with little tiny print. Because as you can tell, we have a lot of different course offerings and different ways that you can get your graduation requirements. So when we go over to Rainy, there's going to be a team of us that go over this afternoon, and you guys are going to stay in your advisory classes. We're going to talk to you guys about that CAP book. We're going to look at it together. We're also going to look at the course request sheet and help you guys in filling that out to get you started. Then tomorrow, the same team will be coming over to Woodland, and we'll be working with you guys during your advisory classes. Like I said, New School, St. Joe's, FEA kids, you guys will get that before you leave here today. Some things that you need to know. Today is February 5th, so we had the Bulldog Bash today, and everything that you've heard today, your parents have the opportunity to hear this afternoon. So we have 2 sessions that are going to be just kind of general information about graduation requirements and sports and activities and ways to get involved and things that you should do when you're thinking about your CAP process. We'll be having 2 sessions that are specific to 8th grade students. So we invite you to come with your parents tonight. We have one at 5:30, which will be in here in the PAC. Then we have another one at 7:30 because there's a track meet tonight. Some of your folks are going to be busy doing that. We have an English language learner version for grades 9 through 12, and when we say 9 through 12, we mean rising 9 through 12. It'll be across the hall in the Black Box Theater. So if you're an English language learner and you would rather go that route, you have some options. We have a general session for you guys, like I said, at 5:30 and 7:30. This is just for 8th grade. But from 4:30 to 8 o'clock, we're going to have all of our teachers here available to answer curricular questions. So if you're teetering between trying to decide if you want to do a pre-AP English 9 or an English 9, come tonight, and in the cafeteria, we'll have all of our subject areas arranged alphabetically, and you can talk to the teachers, and you can find out some specific answers to your questions that will hopefully guide you into making the best possible decision. We'll be talking about 0 hour if you're interested in NWAC concurrent credit, even if it's not this year, but you're looking forward. To that, we will have representatives here to talk to you about that as well. After tonight, your next step is to continue working on that course request sheet. Each one of the junior highs have set a deadline, so I'll let them tell you what that deadline is. And then I will be going over to the junior high, picking up all those course request sheets, and staff at Fayetteville High School will be entering your course requests, so that when we get to February 26th, which is the final CAP conference, is the culmination of this event, everything should already be in the computer for you. At that time, if you want to make any changes, you are more than welcome to do so, but after February 26th, what is in the computer for a course request is a course request. You also need to know that you're going to be picking some alternates. We will explain that when we come over to the junior highs in great detail, but it's important that you select wisely, because if you don't get into one of your first request courses, we're going to have to go to those alternates, and sometimes that happens, so you're going to have to pay real close attention to that. In order to make an appointment for a CAP conference, you'll have to go online through Fayetteville or pickatime.com/Fayetteville High School. And I already have a link on our website under that CAP icon so that you guys can go there and just click it. Your parents can go in, and what you're going to do, since you have not been assigned a high school advisor, is you are going to select any 8th grade slot. Okay, so any 8th grade slot is what you're going to select, because we want somebody that's ready to work with you guys and is familiar with the graduation requirements that you have. Those are the things that you got to do. So you're going to come tonight to the parent night, and then you are tomorrow morning at 8 o'clock. We're going to open up pick a time. Your parents need to go in and need to make an appointment for that final CAP conference. CAP conference is a one-on-one thing, and we will be doing this between 4:30 and 8:30 on the 26th. All right, I'm going to introduce Coach Fife, who's going to talk to you guys about getting involved while you're here at Fayetteville High School.
Hey, what is up, class of 2022? That's all you got, wasn't? I know you're tired. I'm tired with you. My light is really, really bright. Well, I'm Coach Fife, and I'm in charge of Dog Crew, which you probably saw a lot of Dog Crew kids roaming around with you today. Dog Crew, stand up if you're in the house. Woo! Ambassadors, if you're in Dog Crew, stand up too, because you're part of the family, man. Yeah, so these are all Dog Crew kids. You're gonna meet Dog Crew kids when you come back for orientation in August. Awesome. Stand up if you are in student council. I'm also the student council advisor, so I hang out with these awesome kids quite a bit. Stand up if you're in ambassadors. Yes, ambassadors are awesome. Yeah, they all, Dog Crew, Stuco, and Pup Crew and ambassadors all work together. We're like this awesome FHS fam that does all this kind of cool stuff together. So, these guys are going to help me out really quick here, because I'm going to talk about the 3 kinds of people that go to Fayetteville High School. We literally have 3 kinds of people. You're going to get to eat lunch in a minute. 3 kinds of people. The first kind of kid is the kid that shows up to everything. They sit in the front row and they're all in, and they want to do Dog Crew, they want to do ambassadors, they want to do Stuco, they want to do Pup Crew, they want to be in a sport, they want to be in every club available, and those are the kids that... Exactly, the kids that make it happen. They're making high school happen for them. They're not going to be that kid sitting on the sideline. Okay, they're out there making it happen. Okay, so that's the first kind of kid. The second kind of kid we have here at FHS is the kid that shows up at all the sporting events even though they're a terrible athlete. They show up because they want to help out their friends. They go to the choir concerts even though they can't sing. They go see every play because our theater, as you guys can tell, our theater program is amazing. So they go and see every play. And they're the kids that Oh, yeah, the kids that watch it happen. And it's okay to watch it happen every now and then, as long as you're making it happen. So it's okay to go watch your friends make it happen for themselves, but make that friend come watch you make it happen. Okay? So it's kind of good to be a 1 and a 2. You get to watch other people succeed, which is cool, and then you also get to make yourself succeed, which is even more awesome. Okay? And the third kind of kid, they're the kid that's like looking around like, and those are the kids that graduate high school and say, yes, as Russ is, I'm not sure what he's doing over there, but he's trying to say what happened. Those are the kids that say what happened. And those are the kids that don't go to anything. They're the kids when their kids 20 years from now look at the school yearbook and you're not in any pictures. And they're like, where are you, Dad? And you're like, I wasn't there that day. Well, you don't have any pictures in your yearbook, Dad. And then your kid's gonna be like, Way to go, Dad. Way to be a winner. So don't be that kid. Don't say what happened, okay? You want to make it happen. You want to watch it happen, but don't say what happened. Get involved. Trust me, it's way more fun. Way, way more fun to be involved in FHS. And I know Myra's somewhere. Where's Myra? Do you have a question? Myra's been asking all day. I have a question. Oh, what are you doing? Oh, Myra. Get up here, Myra. Good question, Myra. Hey, so get involved. First week of August, I'll see you at orientation. Tonight, if you have questions, Pub Crew, Dog Crew, Stuco, ambassadors will be represented up in the cafeteria if you have questions. You guys, now I get to introduce, I believe I get to introduce some assistant principals, I believe. Yes, Mr. Geen and Mr. Smith. You guys are up next. Thank you guys, I'm super excited to get to know you. Because some of you will be in my Pub Crew class next year. Yeah. Give it up for Mr. Geen and Mr. Smoot.
Forget Mr. Geen and Mr. Smith. What do you say you give it up for Coach Fife? Okay, guys, a few bits of advice, and then we'll check and see if the buses are here. We'll get you out back to your schools and eat lunch, all that stuff. Guys, again, please take a minute. Thank Dog Crew, Stuco, Pub Crew, everybody that gave you guys tours today. Guys, whether you've realized it or not, you're getting ready to embark on the best 4 years of your life. Fayetteville High School is a great place to be. I've been here 16 years. I'm not a very good student, so I've been here a long time. But, guys, there's a lot of people here that want to help you. I mean, Dog Crew, Stuco, teachers, assistant principals. Guys, when you get here, it's a big place, and there's a lot of questions. Ask. We want to help you. We do. I know my own daughter, 2 years ago when she got here, calls me on her cell phone, Dad, I'm lost. Where am I? You know, it's like, sweetheart, take a look around. You got teachers in every hallway. Ask. It's going to be okay. But guys, again, like Coach Fife said, be involved. Guys, I don't care what you do. Be good at it. That's the expectation at Fayetteville High School. Guys, we're the #1 AP school in the state of Arkansas. We offer more courses and our teachers prepare our kids. We take more tests. That's awesome. But also, we're the top athletic program in the state. Same with band, same with theater. Guys, be involved. Whatever it is you choose to do, be a winner. That's the expectation at Fayetteville High School. I'm getting the cut which says, Geen, you've been talking too long. Miss Easton, are we ready to exit? Okay.
All right, Ramey is going to exit out the side door. Hold up. And you will load in the PAC parking lot. Woodland will exit out the top, and you will load in the arena parking lot. Thank you so much for being here.
Hey Myra, can you grab that speaker?
Dog Crew and Stuco, come to the stage once everybody's out. Dog Crew and Stuco to the stage. Yearbook pick time. Hey.
Evelyn.
Invalid. What?
You should do that with me.
Sophie, come dance with me.
Hey, what's up, you know? Hey, what's going on?
Ethan.
Oh my God, what?
Come on, partner.
Definitely not right.